I just want to talk about something today. If I ever put out this video, blessings, but if I don't, it is what it is. I want to speak about true wealth and what I'm discovering what true wealth is. True wealth is your health. True wealth is your health. All facts. All facts. True wealth is your health. And this is the way that one can look at it as. If you have a bad leg, you can't go to work. And I know that people dealt with heartbreak before, so if you've been through a heartbreak, you don't want to do nothing. Like, your heart is broken. You know what I mean? Like, you had that heartbreak that's just like, man, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do this. If you mentally ill, like, let's say if you deal with like, let's say schizophrenia, to where you feel as though people are after you, people are attacking you, you're not going to have good relationships. So it says that health is the true wealth, and that in the Bible it says from the heart, from the abundance of the heart, and what comes out the mouth is what defiles a man. So out of the abundance of the heart is what defiles the man. The contents of the heart. Well, what if we looked at that from a real practical standpoint of health? The content of your heart, your actual heart, the actual pulmonary system of your heart is unhealthy. From there, that determines your abundance. The things that we hear and the things that we see that contribute to our emotional and mental health, that's the true wealth. So I make this video for myself and for anybody who may watch this to know that it's my duty, it's my work to work on myself. Right now I'm on a walk, and this is something that I would pray that I do habitually, is that I walk every day. When I was born, they said that I had something with my legs, in the sense of that they would have to break them or reconstruct them in order for them to be of great value in health. And they never went through the process of doing that. So I grew up, I felt, maybe it was in my head, maybe it's not, but I always felt like, you know, walking was like, it always felt awkward. Like I don't really like walking. You know, it might sound weird. It's actually one of my insecurities. Like, I just always felt awkward walking. Like I felt it. Like there was just something awkward about walking. And I never really told anybody about that. But that was like one of my biggest insecurities, is like just walking. So now, paying attention to my health, walking every day, strengthening my muscles, strengthening my lower body. And don't get me wrong, I don't skip leg day. That ain't what I'm saying. I don't ever skip a leg day. It's just like making sure like my insecurity doesn't push my problem to the wayside to where it can grow and manifest into a worse problem. And that's what my work is. My work is to help people handle the things that they're going through on a mind and a body and a spiritual level, to where their true wealth can be accessed. So, it's good, brother. So, if someone is unhealthy in the body, my goal is to, okay, let's work it out. Let's figure out a workout regimen for you that can help you become healthy. If your thing is the mind, then let's talk. Let's talk about, you know, where did this lower version or lower vision of yourself stem from? What are the viewpoints that you have of yourself anyway? What are the goals that you have for yourself? What is the worth that you have for yourself? What is the worth that you place upon yourself? And the worth that you project to others? And how do they respond to that worth? And how has that been working for you? When it comes to spiritual health, what's your idea of God? What's your idea of why the world is what it is? And what's your like, I don't know, like where do you stand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your idea of God, and where do you stand with him? And what questions do you have, and where do you need more comfort? Where do you need more reassurance? You know? Where do you need more discipline? That's a real question. And I mean, we all do that. We all need that. So, like I said, the reason I'm making this video is for myself, is to remind myself of my work. And we accomplishing that through art, which is music, which is mine. We're accomplishing through body, which is art. Or excuse me, we're accomplishing that through body, which is exercise. And we're accomplishing that through spirit, which is like knowledge. When you combine art, which is entertainment, which is the thing that we use to pass the time, to comfort us through the hard times, when the material used to comfort us is actually good rather than bad, when we're not resorting to cigarettes and sex, and we're actually resorting to like good value entertainment, good value entertainment that reminds you of your purpose. Because we all need to pass the time, bro. Like, we can't always be on 24/7. We can't always be on 24/7. So what are you doing in the downtime? Like, a fighter can't always fight 24/7, but if he's drinking and smoking before the fights and in the midst of the fights and not training, it's like he could be training, he could be sitting down on the couch and watching Muhammad Ali and his moves and his footwork and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we watching? What are we consuming to help us train for life? The music that has been in our culture doesn't help us train for life. It actually helps us train for death. It helps us train for self-hate. It helps us train for glorification of materialism. It helps us train to actually just put us in a deeper hole of misery. So what are we listening to that's helping us train for the next day, for us to be that better person, that when all the trauma and all the opinions and voices that aren't you, when that voice actually that is you rises up within you and tells you what you want to be, what are we listening to actually get us closer to that, to vibrate on that frequency? So music is important. Art is important. I have a big passion within that. And one thing about that is that I had to realize that couldn't be about me. That couldn't be about me. I can't, music can't just be about me. Like, it has to be about, like, the next guy. But you know what I mean? It has to be painted from my experience, because I can only talk from my experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't play third person. I'm not going to all the time. And I'm just going to be authentic to me. So I choose to paint my experiences artistically in a way that could help the next man navigate through a similar experience, so they can have a better outcome or altitude or attitude, whatever the word is, whatever one you vibrate with. As far as the body goes, exercise, man. Exercise is so important right now. Right now, because I'm on this video, and what I like about these walks is that it helps me out creatively. Some days I'm not going to just walk silently without my headphones on. I might listen to a podcast. I might just get on this video right now and just start talking. Because what this time does, what like something like walking, a simple thing like walking, like a lot of people are overweight. A lot of people in our Black and brown communities are overweight. A simple thing like walking. 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 I'm not going to flex numbers, but I'm doing some numbers when it comes to this walking. I ain't flexing numbers, but I'm doing some numbers. Just know that. But a simple thing like walking with your loved one. If you got a lady, or ladies, if you got a guy, or ladies, you got a lady, or guys, you got a guy, or if you're non-binary, you got a non-binary. I don't know what you are. I don't really care. But if you got somebody that you love, go on a walk with them. If you love yourself, go on a walk with you. Go on a walk. 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 Just walk. Don't drive. Walk. Don't Uber. Walk. Getting to where you need to be can be also healthy and therapeutic. Take time with yourself. Take off the headphones and walk. And walk to where you need to be. I know there's one place around you that you could take away the car ride and you could walk to it. Not only on top of that, what I would desire for our Black and brown communities to have is a desire to work out and a proper viewpoint of it. A lot of people look at it as it's something that you got to do. It's like a chore. It's not a chore. It's an enjoyable activity. Now, there is a little bit of hump. There's that hump you got to get over. Like with anything in life that requires a little bit of work, you got to get over a hump. As in, like, if you want to eat, you got to get over the hump of washing the dishes. If you want to eat and you want to eat healthy, you got to get over the hump of washing the dishes. Then you got to get over the hump of pulling out and chopping up the onion that's going to burn your eyes. It's a little bit of a hump. That's all you got to do. And that's all I want my peoples to do. That's all I want us as a people to do, is just get over the hump. That's all it is. If you get over that little hump, that little I don't wanna, if you do one I don't wanna, you know how many I finally dids you unlocked? Like, that's powerful. Think about that. For every one I don't wanna that you finally do, you unlock 10 I finally dids. For every one I don't wanna for every one I don't wanna you actually do, that gives you the ammunition to kill 10 other goals. That's powerful. That's powerful. So think about the next I don't wanna you don't wanna do, and just do it. And that will be the ammunition for you to do the next thing. And all we got to do is just do what we can do. Stop these unrealistic expectations that you 300 pounds, you're going to be 200 pounds in 2 months. Stop that shit. You not. You kind of might be if you really eating bullshit like that and you really skip. But don't do that. Actually, now I think about it, don't do that. Don't do that. But like, stop with these unrealistic expectations, man. Take things day by day. And every day you do what I don't want to, you get stronger. And the same thing as spirit, man. I feel like as people, we over here getting mad about, I ain't gonna even say it because y'all ain't even know. Our culture is stuck on stupid, bro. Our culture is stuck on stupid. Our culture's stuck on stupid. We talk about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, but we the main people. But how many people you know got a hinge? How many people you know got a Tinder? So bitches won't shit but hoes and tricks. Why are y'all still dating? It's because the thing is that we have a lust. Is that we are starting to use people same way that we use the food, the same way that we use the drugs, that we use people. We use people. And we're using people because we seen our mama and our daddy use each other, or use each other for a bit, then divorce. They didn't really love each other. They used each other. They used each other for sex and made you. Or you see society using other people for sex and using them, or just whatever it may be. People use drugs, whatever. But people is the new drug. I mean, it ain't the new drug, but it's the new drug. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick Lamar always talks about being sober, and then on his last album, how he was addicted to sex. He won't smoking drugs, but he was having, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a lust problem. So as I say, that our morals and values and our principles are off when it comes to sex. That our morals and our values and our principles is off when it comes to relationships. That our morals and our values and our principles is off when it comes to how to actually love people and how to actually be a presentable person. So that's what my work is. That's what my work is, bro. I walk in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, Arizona, man. It's the most ghettoest place in the world, bro. Not ghettoest place in the world. That'd be worse. Hella worse. Hella worse. But what I'm saying is that you can see the spirit of the community. You can see the poverty of the community. And this poverty of this community is a microcosm of the macrocosmic condition of the world. There's no reason why one of the 5th biggest cities should have so much poverty. If it's so big and there's so much economics going on, why is there so much poverty? What's up, man? There's poverty because there's a poverty in the minds of people. That's the only way. There's a poverty in the mind of people. Because if they want a poverty in the mind of people, then people will help out other people. And people wouldn't be on the street. There's a poverty in the mind of people. Even rich people, there's a poverty in the mind of people. Money ain't the answer. Money's the byproduct of the answer, of you having the answer. But money ain't always the answer. Because those who get and have, and they don't know where it came from, they just gonna lose it. And that's script. That's scripture. You can put that to the test, bro. Put it to the test. So God said, my people perish for lack of vision, for lack of knowledge. I believe it's our work to bring that vision and that knowledge, back into the forefront, into the limelight. But not the limelight. Fuck the limelight. Fuck the limelight. Make a whole new light. We are the light. Fuck the limelight. Because the limelight is influencing other young people who dealt with poverty their whole life to go after pseudo-rich. You pseudo-rich. You got money, but you don't have the character of wealth. It's pseudo-rich. So that's what we're here for. The true work and the true work of Heart of God right now is to create the spirit of wealth. The spirit of wealth, the body of wealth, the mind of wealth in other individuals. So that character, that light can be passed on to generations. And we can start having God's original people. If God's original people are the black and brown people, then God's original people can come back to God's likeness. You hear what I said? My work is to bring us back to God's likeness internally so we can express that externally to the generations to come. And that's really what it is. Through art, through exercise, through knowledge. And if you believe what you should believe, I don't know why you don't believe, but if you believe that that's a worthy goal, then when you see me, support me. Exactly. How do you support me? Through your love, through your gratitude, through your financial contributions if you got some. And I know you do, because we all do. If you're looking at me on this phone, you got money. Might not have enough money, or excuse me, as much money as you want, but you got money. What's up, brother? Like that shirt, man. So yeah. If you see me and you like what I represent and you support me, how do you support me? Show me gratitude. Show me love. Show me an emulation of the values that I'm putting out, or an improvement, or an innovation, an emulation and emulation or an innovation of the values that I'm putting out. Help me get my messaging across better. If you so much care about your peoples, if we care about our peoples, if you care about your family, if you care about your future family, unless we're just living in the moment, which a lot of us are, that's okay. This moment is fleeting, though. This moment is fleeting. Anyway, this is to myself and this is to you. Tap in.